Welcome back to Decentralized Application Development Crashcasts. I'm Sheila, and if you're enjoying our show, please don't forget to rate us on your favorite podcast platform. It really helps us reach more developers like you.
And I'm Victor. Today we're diving into Chapter 2 of our first season, where we'll be exploring the fundamentals of P2P networks. We're starting with an overview of peer-to-peer systems, which is going to be really exciting.
Absolutely, Victor. But before we jump in, I've got a quiz question for our listeners. What widely used P2P application, launched in 2001, revolutionized file sharing, and later became controversial due to copyright issues?
Ooh, that's a great question, Sheila. It really takes us back to the early days of P2P systems. I think our listeners who were around in the early 2000s might have a good chance at this one. It's fascinating how this application changed the landscape of file sharing and sparked so many discussions about technology and law.
Indeed. We'll reveal the answer at the end of the episode. Now, Victor, could you start by explaining what exactly a peer-to-peer system is?
Certainly. A peer-to-peer P2P system is a type of distributed network where all participants, called peers, have equal status. Unlike traditional client-server models, each peer in a P2P network can act as both a client and a server, sharing and receiving resources directly with other peers.
That's interesting. So, if I understand correctly, in a P2P system, there's no central authority controlling everything. How does that compare to the client-server model we're more familiar with?
Great question, Sheila. In a client-server model, we have a central server that all clients connect to for resources or services. Think of it like a restaurant where all customers, clients, order from a single kitchen, server. In contrast, a P2P system is more like a neighborhood potluck, where everyone brings a dish and shares with others directly.
Oh, I love that analogy. It really helps visualize the difference. So, in our potluck P2P system, what would be some of the advantages?
Well, just like at a potluck, where you have a variety of dishes and don't rely on a single cook, P2P systems offer several advantages. Point 1. Scalability. As more peers join, the network's capacity increases. Point 2. Resilience. If one peer goes down, the network continues to function. 3. Cost-effective. No need for powerful central servers. 4. Reduced bottlenecks. Data can be shared from multiple sources simultaneously.
Those sound like significant benefits. But surely there must be some challenges too, right? What are some of the difficulties in implementing P2P systems?
You're absolutely right, Sheila. P2P systems do face some challenges. Point 1. Security. It's harder to control and monitor a decentralized network. Point 2. Consistency. Ensuring all peers have up-to-date information can be tricky. 3. Network churn. Peers joining and leaving frequently can disrupt the network. Point 4. Legal and ethical issues. As our quiz question hinted, P2P systems can sometimes be used for sharing copyrighted material.
I see. It seems like there's a trade-off between the benefits of decentralization and the challenges it brings. Can you give us some examples of successful P2P applications that have managed to navigate these challenges?
Certainly. Some well-known examples include, point 1, Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, which use P2P networks for transactions. 2. BitTorrent, a protocol for distributing large files. Point 3. Skype, which originally used P2P for its voice and video calls. 4. IPFS, Interplanetary File System, a P2P network for storing and sharing data in a distributed file system. Think of it as a decentralized version of the web.
Wow, those are some diverse applications. It's amazing to see how P2P technology has been applied in so many different areas. Now, for our listeners who are trying to remember the key points, could you summarize the main characteristics of P2P systems?
Of course. Remember the acronym PEER. P, participatory, all nodes participate equally. E, efficient, resources are shared directly between peers. E, extensible, the network grows stronger with more peers. R, resilient, no single point of failure.
That's a great memory aid, Victor. Now, Before we wrap up, let's reveal the answer to our quiz question. The P2P application launched in 2001 that revolutionized file sharing was Napster.
Exactly. Napster was a pioneering P2P file sharing platform that allowed users to share MP3 music files directly. It sparked huge debates about copyright and eventually led to significant changes in how we consume digital media.
Thank you, Victor, for this enlightening discussion on P2P systems. To summarize, we've learned that P2P networks are decentralized systems where all participants are equal, offering benefits like scalability and resilience, but also facing challenges in security and consistency.
That's right, Sheila. And remember, this is just the beginning of our journey into P2P networks. In our next episode, we'll be diving deeper into different P2P network topologies, so stay tuned.
Absolutely. And to our listeners, if you've enjoyed this episode and want to learn more, don't forget to check out our website at crashcasts.com. You can also join our Discord community to chat with other developers. Your support on Patreon really helps us create more content like this. And of course, please subscribe and leave us a rating on your favorite podcast app. It means a lot to us. Until next time, happy coding, everyone.